If there were a person that is more hated than Donald Trump, I would have to put all chips in on Ted Cruz. Everybody hates him. Even Tucker Carlson couldn't resist the opportunity to humiliate and eviscerate this man. Ted Cruz has no conviction. He cannot even stand up for his wife. His neighbors hate him. His coworkers hate him. His family hates him. And the city of New York hates him. Watch this clip.
You're a disgrace to this country.
You fucking piece of shit! Everyone, those insurrectionists wanted to murder you!
Yo, go
You
blow.
ugly piece of shit!
Yo, go blow Trump.
Get the fuck out of New York!
Get out of New York.
Trump called your wife
We don't
ugly
want
and
you
you
here.
loved
We don't want you
it!
here.
You ugly
You
fuck! Get
suck.
the
You
fuck out of
suck.
here!
I mean, that is just probably one of the more satisfying things I've watched in the last 3 to 4 weeks. I mean, just call, you ugly fuck, get the fuck out of here. Trump called your wife ugly. You can't even defend her. Everybody unequivocally hates this man because he believes in nothing. He has no conviction, no principle. And this is a mistake that a lot of politicians make. They try to get everybody to like them. And in turn, nobody likes you. And this is where the Democratic establishment is going to find themselves soon. If they keep trying to play patty cake with AIPAC and corporate donors and don't really have heart to heart with the people that are interested in preserving American democracy as a means to secure all of our financial stability and the economy of the United States of America, we'll lose it all. And the Democrats have to be the voice of reason and have to call out their donors and tell them, if you can donate to us, but you have to stay on board with us that we are fighting for democracy, and that's going to benefit you. Next up, we have a video. And this was circulated last week, but I want to dive into it again. It's Ted Cruz talking about his foreign policy. And this to me just doesn't get enough airtime, that so many American politicians support Israel solely for the reason is that they have this apocalyptic fantasy of the rapture. And they want the Jews to be in Israel so that Jesus Christ can come back for the rapture. And Ted Cruz, the most unlikable, unfuckable politician on the planet, believes this and said it to Tucker Carlson. And this just gets a tiny little blip in the news. But Moses Mike Johnson, go down the list of all the Republicans. Their support of Israel is not for the Jewish people to be realized and autonomous and live with dignity and live with safety and not fall prey to anti-Semitic attacks. That's not what the point is. The point is they're props for them. And it's really at its core, that is really anti-Semitic. You're just a prop for me before I live out my apocalyptic fantasy. And here's Ted Cruz talking about that.
School, I was taught from the Bible, those who bless Israel will be blessed, and those who curse Israel will be cursed. And from my perspective, I want to be on the blessing side of things.
Of those who bless the government of Israel?
Those who bless Israel is what it says. It doesn't say the government of it, it says the nation of Israel. So that's in the Bible. As a Christian, I believe that.
Where is that?
I can find it to you. I don't have the scripture off the tip of my. You pull out the phone and use the.
It's in Genesis. So you're quoting a Bible phrase. You don't have context for it and you don't know where in the Bible it is, but that's like your theology? I'm confused. What does that even mean?
Tucker.
I'm a Christian. I want to know what you're talking about.
Okay. Where does my support for Israel come from? Number one, because biblically we're commanded to support Israel. But number two.
Hold on.
I'm not holding on.
Hold on. You're a senator and now you're throwing out theology and I am a Christian and I am allowed to weigh in on this. We are commanded as Christians to support the government of Israel?
We are commanded to support Israel. And what
does that mean, Israel?
We're told those who bless Israel will be blessed.
But hold on. Define Israel. This is important. Are you kidding? This is a majority Christian country.
Define Israel? Do you not know what Israel is? That would be the country you've asked like 49 questions about.
So that's what Genesis, that's what God is talking about.
The nation of Israel, yes.
So is that the current borders, the current leadership? He's talking about the political entity called Israel?
He's talking about the nation of Israel. Yet nations exist, and he's discussing a nation. A nation was the people of Israel.
Is the nation
They're the descendants
God's
of
referring
Abraham.
to in Genesis, is that the same as the country run by Benjamin Netanyahu right now?
Yes.
Okay. This is insane. A sitting United States senator says that he supports Israel because God commanded him to do so in the Bible. It's utterly insane. This is Iron Age magical thinking that has no place in foreign policy, period. This is insanity. And the pass that so many American Christian politicians get for this, the pass that Moses Mike Johnson gets for being a blatant homophobe, they weaponize their religion to target people whenever they want to. And then when they're called out on it, they claim that they're persecuted. And this is a fundamental American problem that we have these politicians in an alleged secular democracy that go to the Bible for foreign policy. It is utter insanity, moral duplicity, and hypocrisy at its height to say, I have to support Israel because God demanded me to. And Tucker got him there. Does this include Benjamin Netanyahu's government? At the end of it, Ted Cruz said yes. Benjamin Netanyahu's government is shooting people waiting to get food, to get aid in Gaza. Kids are eating dirt. It is abhorrent. It is despicable. And the fact that they justify this type of genocidal activity from a madman like Benjamin Netanyahu because of the Bible is really rich. And then at the end of this, you have to remember this is only pro-Israel because they believe in order for the rapture to happen, the Jews have to be there. And then guess what happens? Spoiler alert, Jesus comes down and sends the Jews to hell. So this is, I can't even believe in 2025 we're talking about this, like that this is a real thing, because it's not real. This is religious, fanatical, magical thinking at its height. And I want to say this with everything in me. No one is damaging Jewish people and making Jewish people less safe right now than the actions of Benjamin Netanyahu. He is a madman. He is a war criminal. And do not get sucked into the fact where people want to hold you hostage, that you can't speak out about what you see with your own eyes about Benjamin Netanyahu killing kids, killing women, starving them out, shooting them while they're waiting in line to get food. And that if you criticize that, then you're called anti-Semitic. So you have this collision right now. If you criticize Ted Cruz and his insane religious thinking, then you say, oh, you're persecuting me. I'm a Christian. If you criticize Benjamin Netanyahu and his clear and obvious war crimes, then you're fearful of, oh, you're an anti-Semite. Here's the fact of the matter. Here is the fact of the matter. Jewish people, Muslim people, American people do not have to be defined by their governments. Period. We have a lot more in common as human beings and wanting to feel connected and love and go to work and have a decent income and have health care and have safety. The governments of all of these places are the problem. They are maniacal leaders that want to consolidate power in the executive branch. Many of the Muslim countries do this and deprive their citizens and then further identify their citizens, which is completely unfair. And think about it like this. As an American, do you want to be defined by Trump's actions? Do you want to be defined by MAGA's actions? Well, many Jews do not want to be defined by Benjamin Netanyahu's actions. Many millions of Muslims do not want to be defined by the actions of Saudi Arabian government or the Iranian government. We have a lot more in common, and this is propaganda and manipulation to clear thinking people like all of us on this channel right now. Okay, next up, we have Senator Sheldon Whitehouse eviscerating Ted Cruz on the Senate floor.
Democrat colleagues never seem concerned by that massive money on the left, which is considerably larger than the money that is supporting Republicans.
Again, since you're speaking about me, that's also not true. I am the actual lead sponsor of an act that would end dark money, and it wouldn't end it just on your side. It would end it for everyone. Everyone would know who is funding people's campaigns. and every Democrat votes for that bill to get rid of dark money, and every Republican votes against that bill to protect dark money, largely because the fossil fuel industry's dark money is the lifeblood of the Republican political operation. You don't want to see that exposed.
Okay, he's exactly right. The senator is. And the dark money from fossil fuel, you can think about it exactly the way you think about the tobacco industry. The tobacco industry knew for decades that cigarettes were wildly addictive and caused cancer and many, many other fatal diseases. And they lied and they put out junk science and they went in front of the U.S. Senate, swore in, took an oath on the precious Holy Bible and lied and lied and lied because they valued profit over the truth. The fact about the fossil fuel industry is they have known since the 1970s that climate change was real. And they started a propaganda campaign, just like AIPAC has with Democrats. And they put all of this propaganda in. And as a consumer of news and as a person on this planet, you have to find out what the truth is. You have to find out who's benefiting from this. Who is profiting from this? And the fossil fuel industry, everybody knows how hot this summer already is, and we're not even to July. It's real, and they have propagandized and enabled an entire generation to go fight for billionaires to make more money with this drill, baby drill bullshit. And Ted Cruz and all of these other fake Christian Republican senators and Congress people are knee deep in it. And they all know it's a lie and they burn up the earth despite that. I'm going to leave you all with one final post and a retweet. Okay, Ted Cruz tweets, to all my friends in New York who are not communists, come to Texas. We love freedom and we're not nuts. And Jessica retweets him back and says, Texas received an F rating for quality of life with a score of 75 out of 325 points. The elements that make up the quality of life section include livability factors like crime rates, healthcare, air quality and child care, worker protections, and legal safeguards against discrimination and personal freedoms like reproductive rights. Again, this is what they're going to do. They're going to try to label this mayoral candidate, which is showing the Democratic Party and the United States are way out of this nightmare, and it is to deal with wage inequality and to make the country more affordable for everyone. And they're going to propagandize and they're going to lie to you, just like the tobacco company did, just like big oil does, just like big pharma does, and just like the Republican Party does, and just like a lot of establishment Democrats do. And I think the gig is up, and the death of legacy media and the rise up of channels like ours and many, many others that are much larger than ours are enabling the electorate to get more informed without corporate influence. And I think it can be the game changer. Okay, you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you all later.